What do we have here? It looks like somebody left a chest sitting here. Let's see what's inside. Plenty of cobblestone. I think I'll take some. What's that? It's filling back up. Is this some sort of mod or Minecraft magic? This looks like a regular chest, and I don't see any fancy redstone contraptions around. Let me try that one more time. I take some cobblestone, and it starts filling back up again. This is like an infinite chest full of cobblestone. You can see there is a gray border in the grass underneath the chest, but there's not much back here, a comparator and a barrel. Everything else is just grass. I call this an inverted silo. When I built this in the Hedgehog Hollow world, I was asked if I could explain it better in a simple tutorial. There is nothing special about this chest. Everything special is below. Primarily, there is a long line of droppers here that are pushing all of the cobblestone up into that chest. This is a simple dropper clock that fires over and over as long as there's something inside of this dropper. I am using observers to send that repeated signal up through the entire chain of droppers. In the end, the cobblestone is pushed into the chest. The comparator at the top is measuring how full the chest is. The strength of that signal is sent down this chain of glass blocks. If the chest is full, this final repeater is energized. If I remove some items from the chest, the signal won't be strong enough to energize that repeater. The repeater is pointed into the redstone line for the dropper clock. If it was energized, it would disable that hopper clock completely. As for these two blocks at the bottom, that's because I couldn't get the bottom two droppers to fire without them. The rest of the droppers are all fired by that signal going up through the observers. The last one energizes that grass block, which causes that final dropper to push items into the chest. The chest is almost full. You're going to see this repeater energize. That is going to lock the clock. Now it will not fire anymore. There is still plenty of stock in all of these chests going up. It really is a large silo. For convenience, I added a barrel at the top to fill up that silo of chests. You can hide that somewhere else. The only thing that has to stay here is the comparator. That is going to measure whether this is full or not. As long as you have stock in your silo underground, it will keep automatically filling. At ground level, it pretty much looks like a chest. All of the work is done underground below it. Other than the chest at the top, the only redstone component that is visible is this comparator. As of now, I do not know how to move that part below ground. If I figure it out, I will change this. But as you can see, this is simple. Just a signal going down some glass. And then that is going to go to a standard dropper clock with a chain of droppers going up. The only fancy part is the ability to lock that clock so it doesn't try to keep firing when the chest is full. The stack of observers does not fire the bottom two droppers, so I have a cobblestone here and a target block to get those going. I am using a stack of observers to send the signal upward. There are many other ways to do it, such as stacking a whole bunch of redstone torches on a chain of cobblestone. As for the supply, there's nothing special. Anyone who has built a silo has stacked up chests with a whole bunch of hoppers feeding into them. You don't have to stack up chests the entire way down. I did it, but I doubt I would ever fill this much cobblestone into this silo. At the bottom, it feeds everything into the bottom dropper. A comparator and repeater are used to make that bottom dropper fire, as long as it is not empty and the top chest is not full. Imagine how much cobblestone it would take to completely fill up this silo. I like it because all of this stuff is hidden underground. At the top, all you have is a chest. Oh, and the comparator, of course. That is my inverted silo. Next time you're thinking of building a huge cobblestone, dirt, or netherrack tower, consider building this instead. And I'm sure you can find a way to hide that comparator so it's not so visible. If you do, post a link down in my comments so I can see it. Until the next lesson, goodbye.